Good morning, Dimitri. How you doing? Glad you joined me early because I'm ready to get into the video. Now listen, after the video I made last night talking about sitting here and waiting like a sitting duck for this place to burn up or whatever, even though it's a brick building, um, that I'd rather leave, okay? Save my own life because I'm not going to leave it into, these people's hands. These people that's supposed to protect us. Listen, the day that, you know, RIP to my neighbor Scotty, but the day that he passed away, I wasn't here, but the neighbor texted me and told me that they had to kick the door in and go into his place, and he was in there dead. You know, take his body out, whatever. But this was during the daytime. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying all this because I'm going to give you guys an example of a false alarm. Okay, and not understanding what happened to these people, the authorities, the fire department, when something real was happening. Um, Oh, just give me a minute, y'all, because it's so much bull in the play. It is beyond. It's beyond itself for me. It's beyond. But I just feel like since I'm going to be a target, let me be a target that people can at least come to and understand from my perspective, from being a person that live here, and from being the type of person that y'all know. Gotta say what I gotta say. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care how important you think you are. If something ain't making sense to me, here I come in the whole video. The day that Scotty body was taken out of here was still daylight hours, daytime. I made sure I stayed away on purpose. I was communicating with the neighbor in here, but I made sure I stayed away on purpose. I didn't want to see all the drama with people, coroners and all that, whatever, medical examiners, all that type stuff. I didn't want to see none of that. I didn't want to see his body being taken. I didn't want to see none of that. So I stayed away from here. Okay. But when I did come home, or attempted, is a better word, attempted to come home, okay, I called my neighbor and I was like, could you walk me home? And I did already tell this story, and it's going to stay the same because it's how it really happened. It was at nighttime though, y'all. Me and my neighbor, his dog, and his daughter, we started off towards my apartment. All of a sudden, here comes the fire department. They gonna pull up in front of the building. Before I could turn the corner to get to this building, y'all, I redirected on them. I turned around. Okay, I can feel it. Like, I just felt like it was a false, like you were just coming there. I feel like to be messy. Just to pretend like it's something going on so tough. The man was already, his body was already gone. I didn't understand why the fire department would have to pull up at that evening, especially when A coming home. Okay, not understanding that. But what were they there for is what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so case in point, this fire that happened yesterday. Let me show y'all the building so y'all can clearly understand this. Oh, a brick building. A brick building. Okay. There it is right there. You can see the crew. You can see the smoke right there. Busted out window right there. Look. First off, guys, it's a brick building. Yeah, brick building. Brick building, you can see that, right? That's probably why it was so hard to burn down. But what I don't understand is how did they attempt this 3 separate times and the fire department or the authorities were not here? Where were they? Where was all the sirens and shit? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Now, this building, as y'all can see, is right across this grass from me. And you think I'm going to wait for the okie doke? No, I won't be that person. They're going to have to catch somebody else on the okie doke. But I clearly do want to know, where were they? Anybody out there can go ahead and answer that for me. Where were they? Where? 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 Now, you popped up, like I said, the night my neighbor passed away, hours and hours after his body was gone. What was the urgency then? But there was no urgency when smoke detectors was going off. I heard smoke detectors that night. I mentioned it. I mentioned it. What happened? Where were the authorities then? Where was the fire department? Right. The news, I'm tired of watching it because they talk about what they want to talk about. But of course, certain things is talked about, then it's hushed up. It ain't talked about no more. Ironically. Okay. Listen, they keep talking about the flood. Listen, I understand. But the flood victims are going to be straight. They got a lot of resources. Okay, they're going to be all right. The flood is over with. The only thing you could do now is come back and recoup from it. And they have a lot of help doing that. But could we talk about these people that got displaced out of their apartments, though? Out of that building that I just showed y'all. Please share this video. Okay, I don't care if you share it with just one person. Share it. Because I want to know. I want to know. You think I'm not going to have anything to say? Oh, I know all y'all knew better. I know all y'all knew better. All y'all knew better. But where were they? Answer it. Anybody. Go ahead. The platform is open. Go ahead, make it make sense. Ain't that what they say? Make it make sense. Please do. I'm listening. Anybody. Anybody. Come on, make it make sense. Yeah. The whole point is the fire department and the authorities should come on the scene when there's actually real stuff going on. Real stuff going on. Callie, I got the information that you sent me yesterday. You went and actually followed up on the news and found out exactly what was going on. Thank you for doing that. This is why I say share the videos out in case it mysteriously disappeared or whatever. Listen, you can't hush everybody up. Y'all should have known y'all weren't going to be able to do it to me. Got a lot to say. Always will. Especially when some don't make sense. You say, hey, I saw the fires you mentioned on the news. They said it was arson. Okay. But where were the authorities and the fire department after the first attempt? They said it was three attempts. Where were they? I was home that evening. I was home that night. I was here. Didn't smell smoke. I did hear a smoke detector. I didn't smell any smoke, though. I just feel like they want the building to have the appearance of this terrible arson, and that's not the case. I feel like people could still went back in their apartments. Okay? They don't want those people there. And they plan to do the same shit here. But I'm going to beat their ass to the punch this time. I'm going to beat them to the punch. Okay? I'm going to take my things out of here myself. Uh-huh. Yeah, that part. You say that's so crazy. Why are they starting fires? Insane. Yeah. And this is why. This is the news. I'm the newscaster here on this channel. And certain things gonna keep getting talked about here. Like the news conveniently mention it, then let it go. Not to talk about it again. I'm gonna talk about it because I feel like I'm a victim. I feel like I'm a waiting duck, a sitting duck for the BS to come down. Okay? I always got the authorities and the fire department all on the news saying this and saying that, Liz, and I don't trust not one word. Let me be clear. I don't trust one word. Where were they? What happened? Didn't they give specific times that these separate fires were started? Okay. Good morning. I just want to know what's going on, y'all. I just want to know what's going on. Y'all can follow people and, send other people to track people and follow people, but y'all can't actually show up when something real is happening. It's been reported in the news that these fires were set, but nobody's on the scene to investigate anything. What's going on here? Yeah, A said it. And would ask them personally, where was y'all at? Where was y'all at? Yeah, that's what I like to know. That part. Now, this the news right here. Let's talk about these people that gotta go live in hotels and in with the Red Cross and stuff like that. People that can't go back into their homes. Now, it was another fire. It was not by the same property management, but it was on Mother's Day, and people lost their lives. Okay. The girl that braided my hair, someone I've known over 25 years, she lived in that building. When she was doing my hair, she was telling me how they were not allowed to go back into their apartments. She was talking about her expensive computer and things like that. So, check this out. After waiting all this time, they were finally allowed to go back into their apartments. And the people got robbed, y'all. Already victims. Already victims. But they've been victimized again. Because their belongings and stuff have been robbed. Make it make sense. It don't. Where was y'all at, man? Where was y'all at? Suspect. And this is what I be meaning when I be talking about these conspiracies and things like that going on. People having their hands in certain things. People getting paid to look the other way. Stuff like that. This is what I mean. It's happened too many times. It's been documented too many times. Okay? Too many. Okay, well, check that out. At the end of the day, I do know that fires were set. It's on the news. So there's no disputing it. And at the end of the day, the property management needs to be held accountable, period. How about that being the word on the street? Because everybody already know about this property management, honey, and the garbage that they come with. So that's been documented. Now, go put that word on the street, baby. Then again, you ain't got to. The authorities know about them. The court system know about them. Dude done been locked up. So, and forced to pay. He was sued for over $1 million. So get on up out of here. You a straight hater, get your bitch ass off here, and you're gone. Because we gonna let that real speak here. All right? Anybody else, y'all know y'all finna get ignored. So get on up out of here. Don't even waste your time. Now go ahead and make it make sense. Okay? That cat is out there, and I fed that cat this morning, y'all. I did, and it's right back. I know it's not hungry. I watched it eat. It's a little kitten. Y'all saw it. But I watched that cat eat. That cat ain't hungry. Just probably want to just come in somewhere. Can't come in here, but yeah. Get out of here. You can never reverse this, baby. You can never spin that type of narrative, bitch. I got rent receipts to show my shit is paid. It's for that's for the stupid motherfuckers. See, they got one of their team members to come in the live, y'all. No, get your bitch ass out of here. Because the proof is in the pudding, bitch. I got rent receipts. My rent's current. What? How do you feel stupid? Right. Now, let's redirect to where these authorities and the fire department. Where were they at? See, we ain't gonna get off topic here, baby. We not gonna get off topic. We gonna stay on the topic and stay on their necks. Where were y'all? Any of y'all care to come up in here and tell us where were y'all at? I heard a smoke detector going off that day, supposedly when these fires was getting set. Okay, where were they? I ain't see the lights flashing outside. I ain't see none of that. None of it. I ain't hear nothing. Yeah, get on that. What's up? Yeah, Callie, I sure got your that information that you sent to me, the video and everything. I got all that yesterday. Make sure you share this video. Share it. You got people that's taking over all these properties that can't even speak English, proper English, to communicate. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. At the end of the day. Yeah. Now, if y'all want to start a platform, be my guest, you can say whatever you like to say there. But yeah, I'm going to stick to exposing people because I feel like it's necessary. Especially when I feel like I'm about to be a victim of it. Then again, if I stayed here, I'm leaving. I'm gonna be one less tenant they'll have to worry about. But the thing is, I'm gonna get all my shit. I'm not gonna get displaced. That's a bunch of bull. Okay. Thank you. You say, I'ma share it. Management hasn't given you all an update at all. Girl, nothing. No, absolutely nothing. Update? That's why I'm making this video. Management, authorities, fire department, where were y'all at? You know, people still waiting for answers. I'm one of them. That part. Yeah, that part. But anywho, y'all, let me go. Let me go. Finish getting myself together. All right. So I can go do what I gotta do. I will be giving y'all some updates on what I plan, my plans. Then again, I might just pop it. Okay? I think that might be best. But I gotta go lock some things in and secure some stuff myself today. So at any rate, I'm gonna go. But thank you all for watching. Hey, it's my platform, my opinion.